Doesn't get any easier in this league, does it? Go from one top 5 team to a top 15 team.
Yeah, we feel like we're a pretty good team too. We're giving ourselves a chance. Just got to be a little sharper in our execution, a little tougher on our rebounding, and make a few more shots. Give ourselves a chance to win some of these close games that we've lost. But I think our guys feel good about how we're playing. For the most part, just like I said, some things we need to tighten up.
You said the other night that you need to break through and win one of these. Do you think winning one can kind of open the floodgates? Do you feel like you're that close?
Yeah, but I think it's still on us. I mean, going back and watching it, there's still things that we need to do better. We were really good defensively in the first half. We weren't as good in the second half. Took some quick shots and things that we can control. I think that's going to be the difference in us winning those games. And when I say learning how to win, it's being able to sustain that mentality and the mental toughness to do those things. But just getting through, getting one of those under our belt. It's been good to be able to get back in, at home and hopefully have a big crowd in here. Our students are back, so we're excited about the opportunity that we have over the next couple of games.
What do you see from this Arkansas team?
I mean, they're a young team. They're a very, very talented team. We've got a 6'7" point guard and Black, who does a lot for them. Council has been one of the best players in the SEC this year, able to get downhill. Guys that really can get to the basket, athletes that can finish around the basket. So again, what we see most nights in the SEC, nothing changes there. It's just a matter of our game plan, which we feel like we have a good game plan to try to guard them and try to do things that give them problems guarding us.
Is his style at all unique compared to just some of the other teams you see? Does it make it any more difficult in terms of how you prepare, or is it just another team?
Well, I mean, I just think he has kind of a pro mentality. If you can't guard, he's going to try to attack you. I mean, it's not necessarily. I mean, they have a lot of different things they can do. He's been around the game of basketball a long time, not only as a coach. His dad was a great coach as well. So he's no different styles, and they're going to, if they're coming at you, their player that's coming at you, then he thinks that you're a bad defender. So I think that's a challenge that you have to take. If I'm having to continually guard in isolation situations and things like that, then that is purposeful. It's not just a play that he decided to run that he feels like he's going to try to attack a matchup. So that's a little bit different than probably what you see in a lot of college games. Mostly it's just continuity, and you try to take the best shot available, or you try to punch it inside if you have that type of option.
Have you learned anything about your group since SEC play has started?
I think I know my team. I see them every day. So I know it's the ones that our young guys are getting better. I think they're continuing to get the reps that they need to prove to us that they can get in the game and help us win. It's not just about seeing a guy make shots. It's playing 15 minutes and getting 12 points. We're playing 15 minutes and having 8 mistakes. It doesn't do anything. It's kind of counterproductive. But we see that. We understand that. We've got to continue to give them that reps. Try to have fun and enjoy the game, but understand that instead of maybe celebrating a three, that I may just need to get back and focus on what I need to do on the defensive end, because I haven't got the handle of that yet as a young player. And for our older players, you do know what to do. You've been around here long enough, and now it's just a matter of doing it. So I think we've done a great job of bridging the gap between how we started. I got a question the other night about how can we do to sustain to get to the level. I don't recall Vanderbilt ever being a top 5 team. We're trying to close the gap, so to speak. When Rick Barnes took over Tennessee, he took over a #1 team in the country. We took over the worst team probably ever in the SEC. So we've had our challenges, and we continue to have our challenges. From we lose a draft pick, I can't go get a junior and senior that's probably been successful somewhere else, right? Ezra Manjon is a special kid. He gave away a year of work to be able to come here. So it's just different challenges that we have, and it's just not our model. So I think for us to close the gap, to be able to say that I feel like we should win the game. You know what I'm saying? I really do feel like we can go into Missouri and we go into Tennessee, but there's no reason that, none of y'all picked us. Most everybody picked us to finish 14th, 13th in the league, but we were supposed to go on the road and beat Tennessee, and Tennessee the number 5 team in the country. I do feel that we should have won that game, but there's no reason that you should feel that way yet. But we're continuing to build, and we're closing the gap.
Coach, Lee Dort was obviously a bright spot in Tennessee. Is he a guy you think could play his way into maybe a bigger role, more like big-time minutes, or do you think maybe that's something your veterans can handle now and he can handle as he gets older?
Yeah, man, Joe, that's a good question. I mean, we love what Lee Dort brings to the table for us, but I mean, I just think he's playing behind 2 guys. I mean, Quentin Millard-Brown is a program changer for us. What he's done for us, and being a senior, he's going to get that nod. To come in and try to give us an opportunity to play. And he hadn't played his best basketball, and obviously Lee gave us some rim protection and some finishing above the rim that we like. He threw his little left-hand hook. I've been trying to get him not to throw that left-hand hook because he's probably 1 out of 8 from that, but he did make it in the Tennessee game, so everybody like, okay. But I'm like, what hand do you write with? My right hand. Well, let's try to use your right hand the most time on making those plays. But those are the things, again, that we see every day, and he's doing some good things for us. But those guys are going to get the nod. Lim is playing probably at an all-SEC level, so he's playing behind a guy like that. Again, like I said, Quentin is a program cornerstone for us. His approach and who he is as a teammate, as a person, he's going to get an opportunity to go into Tennessee and help us try to win the game. But we're going to get those guys. Like I said, Noah Shelby came in and gave us a big boost on the offensive end, but again had 8 mistakes in 15 minutes. So, but that's not his fault. He's a young guy. He's still learning how to. He knows what to do, but you got to do it. And so I think those are just kind of some of the things, that the growing pains that young players face, and where we want to go. We want to have sustainability. I really feel that we're trying to win a national championship here. We're not just trying to be a team that's the most competitive team in the SEC. It'd be great to win the SEC championship, but there's teams that have won the national championship but didn't win their conference. But so we just want to continue to get better as the season goes on, and hopefully do what we've done every year. Get better. By the time February and March roll around, we're playing our best basketball and have an opportunity to help ourselves get some postseason play. Hopefully it's the NCAA. Last year was NIT, but hopefully we can pick it up, have us a nice run right here and give ourselves that opportunity.
You mentioned Noah Shelby. He shot 7 threes in the last 2 games. How much do you value that confidence? Is that something do you want to give him like the ultimate green light, or do you want him to kind of play more within the flow of the offense as he gets older?
Well, no, I mean, I think it's, he took some bad ones. There were some bad ones in there. We've talked about those. Some quick ones in transition. And I thought he had a little better shot selection the second game after we talked about it. But I don't want to take his aggressiveness away, but just understanding that the survey, we talked to all of our guys, just kind of survey and see what's happening. You shouldn't really get a jumper block. If a guy's that close to you and he's closing out to you, talking about using the side step. I mean, he's a good shooter. We want him to take shots, but I want him to embrace more of what's going on the defensive end. I mean, that's really going to help him get on the court more here than just shot making, because I just feel like it's counterproductive. If you give us 12 and you give up 14, you're still -2. So I think that, but he's learning that. 3 weeks ago we were having conversations about possible red shirt, and I told him just to continue to work. I never seen during the course of a year somebody could get hurt or something, and he decided that okay, I'm going to continue to fight and work for minutes, and he's earned some. So, but this is earned, it's not given, and I think that's what we're going to continue to preach around here. I mean, our older guys, have too many mistakes, too many box outs. I mean, that's the stuff that when we talked about getting older, that we would hope that, we would be avoiding having some of these conversations right now. But you think about some of our tough losses. early in the year, it looked like bad locks. And Grambling State was a better team than us at that time, because they, it's not the old world where, okay, you can go get, Duke played, the guys that they had on that coming off there, those guys played in the SEC before. We had some guys that we were playing that hadn't played in the SEC before. And we missed a ton of shots. Still had a chance. No reason that we shouldn't win that game, but at that particular time, the teams that beat us were better than us. I don't know if they're better than us now because we've continued to get better, and hopefully we continue to showcase that as the season goes on.
Another really good team, but back home.
I think it's a little morale booster. Just being back home, we're comfortable here. We know we can win here, and just having the fans behind us, it's a morale booster.
Coach said that the other night that you guys have been close, but it doesn't mean anything to just be competitive.
Yeah.
You got to get to the point where you win some of these games. How close do you think you are?
I think we're right there. I think we're showing flashes every game. It's just about putting full games together. I think putting two halves together. And both the games that we lost, just like small runs and things like that, I think those are the things that we have to do to get over that.
How big would it be to get one? Do you feel like it could be kind of a waterfall where if you get one, then the next time it'll be easier to get over that hump?
Yeah, definitely. I think just getting one and our team knowing that we can do it and that we're going to win those type of games, I think it's just a huge morale booster, confidence booster, just knowing that and experiencing getting over that.
What do you see from Arkansas?
They're a good team, athletic team. A lot of good players, athletic players. So we're just, I think, us playing our game and just being us. Coach mentions that all the time, just being us. I think with our schemes and the things that Coach does and draws up, I think we can beat anybody.
Is it big that the students will be back in here? You haven't been here the past few games?
Yeah, definitely. I think the students, like I was saying, is a big push for us. Our students show up, and we love the Memorial Magic here, so I think that's going to be a big push for us.
You've had a lot more offensive success in the SEC. What would you attribute that to?
I think just getting comfortable with my teammates. They put a lot of trust in me, a lot of confidence. They have a lot of confidence in me, and so do the coaches. I just think it just came with time on the court with my teammates, just playing. I think it's all the same. I practice against these guys every day, and I think the guys I practice against, whether it's the guards or the bigs, I think those are the best players that I'm gonna see. They play the hardest, and if we compete in practice, I think I'm confident we can do that against anybody.
Coach mentioned after Tennessee that maybe you guys didn't get your feet in the paint as much to get open looks from beyond the arc. Do you think that's maybe the biggest difference between those games where you guys have 15 assists as a team versus a game where you have 6 assists?
Yeah, definitely. I think we weren't able to get into the paint enough against Tennessee to be able to pull triggers and create leads for our other players. And so I just think that just comes with just continuing to be aggressive. No matter what team we're playing. Tennessee has a good defense, but just continue to be aggressive.